Hello and welcome to another edition of the LinkedIn Couch with
Joe Saunders.
and myself, Reg Sorrell. We're all talking, both of us are talking about video.
Yeah, all of us.
All two of us. Video on LinkedIn specifically and how to get better results using video. So today we are talking about how to repurpose video that you produce for LinkedIn. So Joe, this is a scenario I want you to help me with. Okay. I've just spent 20 minutes, I've got my little camera and I've done a little video and I think the content is good. I've posted it on LinkedIn, I've got some engagement, it's doing well. What next?
Well, there are a couple of things. Now, in previous videos we talked about video posts and what that means, and they have a limited lifespan. So let's just split it into a couple of different topics. So firstly, how do we increase the lifespan of that post, that engagement? So each post has a unique URL. If you go to the three dots, you can actually copy the link. So if you copy the link and promote it elsewhere, or send it to people and tell them you've got this video, have a look, you can actually invite people to come back to that post. Particularly if it's dying off, like the engagement is stopping, reactivate it. Add some comments yourself, tag somebody that you're talking about, or something, someone that's relevant without being spammy. So that's reactivating within the LinkedIn platform. You could share it outside LinkedIn. So take that link once again. You could share it on Twitter, for example.
Okay.
You might share it in your email newsletter.
Yeah.
Completely offline. You might email it to somebody and say, I've just created a video about this, you might find this interesting. So you're telling them to come in as well. So that's extending the life within LinkedIn. But beyond that, you've created a piece of content, an asset, that you can now use elsewhere. So if, do you like blogging, like writing?
Look, I'd love to say yes, but no.
Love it. So I find a lot of my clients really don't know what to do, either don't know how to get started with blogging or get tongue-tied tongue-tied with a pen.
Yeah.
Pen-tied is that a thing?
Writer's block.
Or keep whatever, and just don't know what to write. But if you can talk, you can blog.
Yes.
And if you can talk to a camera and you've done that successfully, why not repurpose that? So you could take that video and transcribe it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sure, you get a VA to do it. You could use a tool like rev.com to transcribe. But I believe YouTube has a inbuilt secret function that
they do. They have.
You know about this, Reg?
Closed captions and subtitles. So they'll scroll your video, and they'll have. If you go into your YouTube channel, you navigate to it. You can actually. It will tell you each scene and the language or the script that's used. You can actually go in and edit it because it's not perfect. So you can then edit the script, and then you can save it, right? And then you've got great subtitles for your YouTube video. But you can also download, now I think it's an SRT file, .srt. You can download that, and then any other platform that uses closed captions, you can upload it, and then you've got closed captions straight away.
Yeah.
Now, at this point in time, Facebook doesn't have the ability to produce closed captions, so what I do to get closed captions on Facebook, I just do what I mentioned. There's a slight jiggery pokery because you have to change the file name a little bit for it to be recognized by Facebook, but that's what I do. I upload to YouTube, make sure the transcription is correct, download it, save it onto my computer, change the file name, and then upload it to Facebook, and then bingo, you've got subtitles.
So that's taking your LinkedIn video, which you've got somewhere, because it's not live on LinkedIn. You've actually recorded it on your iPhone or your device, whatever. So you've actually got it. So upload it to YouTube, do all the jiggery pokery, and then I love that word. And then upload to Facebook, and there's one repurpose. But going back to the transcription kind of thing, if on YouTube, if you've got that screen where all the transcription is, can you just copy and paste it? Like copy, right click, chuck it into a Word document or whatever. Can you take the text out that way?
Yeah, I believe you can. Yep.
So that's another way of repurposing. So I'm just thinking, and you said it's not perfect, so it might be a starting point for your blog. So if you don't like writing, but you like speaking, and speaking is much faster.
Yeah.
Take that content, throw it into Word, Pages, Evernote, wherever you work, and then use that as a starting point for your blog. Yeah. Put it on your website, then embed the video to go with it.
Yeah, I think from memory, I'll have to double check, but I think when you save it and download it, you can actually download it as a rich text file.
Oh, perfect. So there you go. Yeah,
I think.
And that would then save you going to a VA to actually, I mean, sure you could do that if it's part of your process, but this saves you money, saves you time. Or your VA could actually take that rough content and rework into a blog if you've got a copywriter on your team, for example.
Yeah.
And that means you've got another way of using what you've said in words. So that's repurposing video for Facebook for a blog, but also that video. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about putting it on YouTube, but why not publish it on YouTube as an actual video?
Yeah, you definitely can. The only thing against that would be if it is LinkedIn specific and you're using LinkedIn examples and stuff.
Yeah.
May not directly relate to YouTube, but that doesn't really matter because you're going to SEO and your keywords will all be around LinkedIn. So anybody who finds that video will be in that looking for LinkedIn type content, so it will work. But another reason why you should upload it to YouTube and make sure you've SEO'd using all your keywords is it then gives you another digital asset that's online that will enable people to find you.
And also, if it's on YouTube, you can embed it on your website, whereas a LinkedIn video, you've got a link to the video, but there's no, from what I believe, I mean, unless things have changed since publishing, there's no embed code. And
Right.
it's a bit more challenging anyway to embed. Sometimes you can use the link and it just auto-populates, but YouTube have that embed code, so you've got more control about how it looks. And also, it depends on your video content, like you said. So if it's all about your LinkedIn network, and it's also a timely video, as in, is it evergreen or timely? So if it's about what's happening now behind the scenes, it may have less of a relevance on YouTube, 6 months down the track. But if you're sharing something, some sort of tip that you're going to come back to, then that might actually be worthwhile putting on YouTube.
So, just on that topic, this is an unrehearsed question, so I do apologise.
Yeah, we're authentic and live here.
Sorry, I should have blocked my ears because it's just disappeared. I think the thoughts just fall out of my head. It'll come back to me. Don't worry, it'll come back to me.
It's not even down there.
No, it's...
Yeah. Well, let's come back to that anyway. I'm sure you'll have another question, Rich.
I do. Okay, so what other platforms that we've mentioned? YouTube, obviously there's LinkedIn. What other platforms can we...
So you've talked about Facebook. So uploading it to Facebook. So you could upload it to your Facebook business page. You could upload it via your profile. You could post it into a group. You could upload it with a link to the video on LinkedIn, because you might want to drive traffic to your LinkedIn profile. You might want to drive some engagement on LinkedIn because that's where your audience is. But maybe you've got an engaged group on Facebook. You can ask for their help. So once again, going back to that whole content amplification, making up words here. Amplification. Using the network you've got on Facebook, leveraging their network on LinkedIn, so sending it that way. You could upload it to Instagram or Twitter, depending on how long it is.
Yeah.
And depending, once again, if it fits that platform. So they've both got the ability to have video.
And another one that we didn't mention is actually Quora, because you can, led to believe that you can actually start uploading videos now for how-tos and to stuff like that.
I didn't know that.
So that might be a way to leverage Quora.
Okay.
So if someone's asked a particular question that relates to LinkedIn and you've got a video that answers the question,
then so you can upload it.
Maybe not at this particular time, but I believe that's coming.
But even so, you could take the link and you could share the link to your LinkedIn video itself, or wherever else it's hosted.
Which is another great way to just another URL somewhere, a little thread that someone can trace back to your website. And
then the other one is Pinterest. I mean, Pinterest has videos as well, so you could either link to it on Pinterest. You could create a board for your LinkedIn. Actually, this is a good idea. See, I've thought of something right now. Because one thing I mentioned was LinkedIn posts fall away. So if you go to your profile, you go to your recent activity, articles are permanently connected to your profile. Posts have a lifespan depending on how active you are, but it could fall away, in 4 weeks' time, depending on how active you are. Or if you're not so active, it might be up to a year. But it's really hard to find that link again. So, there's tips like setting up a bookmark folder in Chrome or whatever you're using. But you could also create a board on Pinterest with all your LinkedIn videos as a reference point, particularly if they want to get, like I said, evergreen, then you can reference back to them. So it's another way to drive traffic, because Pinterest is a very great traffic driver for websites. So why not use it to drive traffic to LinkedIn?
Oh, okay.
And I'm not doing this myself, so that's what I'm saying. I've just thought of an idea for me.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rich.
Oh, you're welcome.
So it's repurposing it for the other social media platforms. So you might think, well, I don't really use LinkedIn heavily, but LinkedIn's a starting point, and it might be just putting it out there to reach that network in an easy way, and then putting it out to other networks as well, and linking it back.
Yeah. Google Plus.
Google.
Sorry.
Google Plus? What's that? My goodness.
I've heard about it. I don't know.
Yeah, gosh.
Well, the only reason I mention it is because
MySpace?
Yeah, MySpace. Friends Reunited. No, because it's owned by Google. It's another. You know, it's maybe there doesn't get much interaction or engagement from it, but again, it's just another thread that someone can find you and lead back to.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's called the web, but I always think of it like a spider's web, and your website is at the center of it. And if there's many links that link back to your website, the more chance someone's going to go, oh, what's that? That's interesting. And then you go, right, it leads back to, oh, this website. So then they find you. The more digital assets you have out there working for you, the better.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now, and then going back to content. So say your posts are on a theme. You might have a monthly theme. You might have on a Monday you're talking about whatever the theme is.
Yep.
You could group those videos together. You could actually use a tool and stitch them together and make it a whole longer video for YouTube, where you can fluff on a bit, because you can't do that on LinkedIn. And then you could create a whole blog post around that topic with multiple videos embedded. So there's a lot you can do with it. So it's really just get think outside the box. Don't be limited to just the platform you're posting on. So whether you're posting on LinkedIn or whether you're posting on YouTube, think beyond what else you can do with it. Because if you've created a digital asset, kind of talk, why let it end there?
Yeah.
It's like any content, even a blog. If you write a blog and you're not promoting it, you're wasting half your effort. And same with a video. If you've created a video, promote it.
Can you embed a video that you've uploaded to LinkedIn on you know how you can write blog posts on LinkedIn? Can you put videos on there?
Yes.
So you can.
And that is another way to put videos,
right,
which we didn't talk about in the other video.
We didn't. Special content just for you.
Special content, yeah. And that's a really good point, because often it's not LinkedIn articles, so a bit of a side topic. So LinkedIn articles allow you to add video to them, but you can't upload a video. So it's not like a post. You can reference a video that's elsewhere. So you put the link in from a YouTube video. And now I'm thinking, does it work with a LinkedIn video?
That was my question.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
that
you
would
can
make
do it.
sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I should know this, and I haven't done it.
No.
Why haven't I done it?
Well, because we haven't thought about it.
No. So here we are.
We'll test that. I'll get back to you.
We'll test it, absolutely. Because you can put the link in and it should show up in preview. In theory, it should work, and it makes sense because it's LinkedIn, and LinkedIn likes LinkedIn content. So give it a try. Why not?
I did think of that question that I thought of before.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My brain just slipped into gear. We're talking about YouTube and uploading your LinkedIn videos for YouTube. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the search function within LinkedIn isn't the best. So if I was to look up to try and say how to upload a video on LinkedIn, within LinkedIn, would I get good search results?
Within the content on LinkedIn, not in the help.
Yeah.
The help section of LinkedIn's a bit...
No, I'm actually mean within the actual...
So if I've written a blog about how to blah, 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 if you know how to search properly on LinkedIn,
Right, okay.
It should, but if you do a search in the box on LinkedIn, you can actually then go to advanced search and select content, which covers posts.
Right, okay.
So it will search posts for that.
Right, so that's a little bit tricky. You've got to know a little bit more about the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. But generally what I was going to get to, in a long-winded kind of way, was people will go to YouTube or go to Google and put in those parameters, how to, and then if you've got a video that's optimized, then your video will come up. Even though it's about LinkedIn, they'll still find it on that YouTube platform, and it will be beneficial.
It's not necessarily about LinkedIn though, is it? Because you wouldn't be talking necessarily about LinkedIn all the time. You might be talking about video or something else, and a lawyer is going to be talking about what they do.
That's
so as long as it's about a topic that people want to know about, and if you've named it right, like how to blah blah blah, and then that goes back to using tools like Boss Sumo and a couple other tools to work out what are people searching for, and how to is just a good point to start with. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with video. So hopefully we've opened up your eyes as to just what's possible. So don't be limited to just creating a video for that platform, end of story, move on.
Because I think that again goes back to one of the other videos we mentioned. One of the other videos we started with was a barrier to entry. People might think that, oh, I'm going to all this effort, I'm doing one video, I'm putting it on LinkedIn, and then it's only got a week's lifespan, and then what do I do with it?
Yeah.
So it has a longer lifespan.
Oh, absolutely.
You just got to know what to do with it.
just where the secret buttons are
Ooh,
and
I
how to
love secret
download
buttons.
things and
I
how to
can find them,
repurpose.
Sorry.
And if you get stuck, ask us questions because that's what we're here
Yeah,
for.
put them in the comments section. Send out a postcard.
Yeah, we like postcards.
We love postcards.
Yeah, just like we like videotapes. And we like to record. What do you say? We can tape over.
Tape over it. I said to my son the other day, can we tape that? And he looked at me and went, what? Can we
Yeah.
tape that? Yeah. Well, being a generation that I am of, we had video recorders and
Yeah.
having worked in television, we always run tape over things.
That's right. You always
know.
tape over things.
So yeah. So there we go. We have covered quite a few things of how to repurpose videos on LinkedIn. If you have any comments or any questions or any suggestions, please put them in the comment section. We'd love to have a chat with you and expand on the conversation a little bit. There'll be more videos to come. If you have any questions that you want to answer in other videos,
I was just going to say that.
where you? Great minds think alike.
Yeah, because while we've got ideas for content, what we really love is to know what you want to know, and that's we create more content and have more fun.
Yeah, it's all about fun.
Yay.
We love fun making videos like this because we can be silly.
Yeah.
So please tune in to the next episode of On the LinkedIn Couch with
Joe Saunders.
and myself, Reg Sorrell. Tune in next time. I look forward to it. See you then.
See you then.